the civil law system. So don't confuse the civil law system with the civil law, right? Civil law system is different from civil law. Civil law, we're talking about dispute between two people, right? That does not have any criminal, mostly does not have criminal elements, right? Whereas the civil system is a legal method of where judges get their ruling from. So don't separate it. So whether you see it in the exam or somebody is saying, if somebody is saying what is civil law, what is civil law is different from civil law system. So that system that actually differentiates, system now. Just to clarify that. So the civil law system arises from Roman. And one keyword of how you can know this without cramming, you guys know I try to make my tutorials in a way that you don't even have to cram. Where this one actually comes from is from Roman. And Roman is what? You guys remember Roman numeral? You remember, right? Roman, is it an English word? No, it's a language word, right? So when you think of language countries, so if you want to say, okay, where does this civil law comes from? Civil law system arises from Romans in the Napoleonic Code, Napoleonic Code of Roman this thing. But back to my explanation, right? So like I said, Roman is language. Like I said, British is English, right? So that means English countries. So Roman is language. So any language countries that you can think of, they are the ones that make use of this civil code. That's the one that you can think of, right? So when you think about, and like I said, English countries that speak English, what did I say is the keyword? They were colonized by the British, right? So countries that the language countries colonize, that's the ones that make use of that. Like French that colonize all these African countries that they speak French. Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, no be Cameroon, the French part of Cameroon, you understand? So all those French parts, French parts or language speaking parts of your country, where we say they know they speak English, they make use of the Roman side. I hope you understand that. So even if you are sleeping in your dream, once you hear Roman, remember that Roman is not an English word, it's a language. So any country that speaks language that they don't speak English, or English is not predominant, of course they make use of the civil system. I hope you understand that. So what's different? What are the characteristics of this civil law system? The first one is codified law. The second one is precedent. The next one is inquisitorial system. So now let's go through one after the other. Codified law. Codified laws, these are like written down laws that has code. Like if they say they don't have section 101 or this thing like that, like they are codified. To me, how I will explain to you is more like statutory law. It's more like these ones, they focus just statutory law. They focus on these statutes. Like for example, if the constitution say everybody has freedom of speech, if you take somebody to the police, to the court, the rule say freedom of speech, everybody go home. No argument and be saying, no, you're not supposed to work in Rojo. Right? So that's what it means. So that means they actually have a code that handles every dispute. Just like the example that I gave, that in common law judicial, it stated that I have freedom of speech, but they did not have limits. They did not put exception that, oh, if you're in class, so don't talk, right? But let's just say example, the Roman code they have exception for everything. Like their code covers everything. Like for example, they can say, yes, you have freedom of speech, but when your teacher is in class teaching you, don't talk. So that way, even if I sue my teacher to court that because I was talking, he sent me out, the judge will just say, according to section this thing of this thing, he says, yes, you have freedom of speech, but don't talk when your teacher is there. So you see that you're at fault. Everybody go home. Case don't finish with that because it is written there. It is easier to follow. So nothing like you understand, it's like a straightforward something. And me, I like this one because of those arguments of dragging case law. Yeah, what is written is what is written. Waiting the law read, waiting they read for day, right? No need of special interpretation or this. It is what everybody can understand. Hope you understand that. And then the next one is regarding case precedent. The civil law system, they don't follow case precedent. Their case precedent is not binding. their case precedent is only persuasive. Do you know what is persuasive? From the name, like I said, anytime you hear a new name, you ask yourself, persuasive means to persuade, like to encourage, like to motivate. Just like, let's say you are actually at home and maybe you want to go out, for example, and then let's say maybe your elder brother has gone out and he has not come back, and you want to go out and go and play with your friends, and you say, Mom, I want to go out, and she say, no, your elder brother has gone since he has not yet come back. No, you cannot leave only me in the house. And then maybe you now start saying, Mommy, I'll buy something for you. I'll buy ice cream. I'll go to that your friends this year. I'll clean the house when I come. So it's more like you persuading her that, allow me to do this thing. No. But it's not as if in law you are trying to use it as bribe. It's just like you are persuading for civil law system, right? So let's say somebody has ruled previously that in that civil law system that when you're in class, don't talk. So even if the law actually says, you're not supposed to talk, but then the teacher is not supposed to send you out. So in that civil law system, you can actually make reference to it, but it's not binding. The judge can just disregard it, that the law said this, and that's it. Everybody go home. But whereas in common law system, the case law is binding, is persuasive, and like I said, in my experience, I do not feel like is that really binding. That's why I said there is a third one. Anyways, let's keep going. So when we talk about, so another characteristics about civil law system is the inquisitorial system. They have the inquisitive system. What does inquisitive mean? Like I said, anytime you hear a new word, ask yourself, how does it sound? Inquisit, like be inquisitive, asking question. You guys remember that in common law, I told you guys that the judge is just a referee. She just sit down like this. She will listen to your argument, she just writes. And that's it. She make her ruling. Everybody go home, right? But in civil law, it's the judge that will ask the question. You know all those movies you used to watch? Remember all those crime movies, right? So all those questions that, when the lawyer will say, when the lawyer is asking maybe the opponent's witness or the witness, that, where were you 8 p.m. yesterday? In civil law system, it's not the lawyer that will ask. It's the judge that will say, where were you 8 p.m.? What did you eat yesterday, for example, if that was relevant? Okay, why did you slap her? So it's the judge that will be asking. So you remember that in common law, the judge was the referee. The judge is just there, listening to two people argue. But not like argue like this one will talk, you write down. But this civil law is the judge that will ask questions that is relevant to the case. And honestly, with my experience in court, if you ask me, I feel like I like this one. Because I feel like it's more like it's direct and straight to the point. No need to start arguing that this, because I feel like the judge already know what to ask. That's what I feel. But in the common law system, it's not like you have to form your argument, then you have to arrange it where you feel like you have the strongest point. So you don't even know which one might eat, right? Yeah. So I feel like this civil law system looks like, I don't know, a direct this thing for me. Instead of arguing, objection, my lord. This one, there's no objection because it's the judge that will be asking question and be writing it down. I hope you understand that. So, if this video was helpful, give me a like, give me a share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for now. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.